we're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather's likeness and this deal that he has put together, really. And I really gotta give Floyd a lot of credit. I mean, everybody knows that Floyd Mayweather is a outstanding businessman. Everybody knows that. He somehow just continues to keep himself in the conversation, and he's always finding a way to monetize something. But he has finalized a deal. It's a joint venture with the owner of Fubo TV streaming service and Face Bank Group, and it basically is an agreement that will serve to manage his virtual likeness. Mm-hmm. So honestly, this whole concept is really super interesting, above and beyond Floyd, because it kind of gets into the whole what if scenarios. So essentially what they're talking about being able to do is to show and create some sort of presentation with this tech that can have virtual Mayweather against virtual some other fighter who in a fight that we could never see. And so they're literally taking this footage and they're calculating punch speeds and all of these different other physical attributes. And they're essentially like doing, it's almost like it's very much like a sports video game, but it almost sounds as if it goes a step even further than that. And I'm interested in seeing that because, man, especially right now, depending on how quickly they could put something like this together, because you don't know how long this has been in development. But if ESPN or Showtime broadcast Sugar Ray Leonard versus virtual Sugar Ray Leonard versus virtual Floyd Mayweather Jr., mm-hmm. people would watch that right now. They would absolutely watch that.
So, Brian, does this surprise you?
Not at all.
I mean, you talked about Dana White being a control freak. I think Floyd is a bigger control freak.
And that now here's the thing. That's one thing, and I don't want to cut you off. I want to hear what you got to say. But that's the thing that worries me, right? Because if Floyd is associated with this, I'm worried if he says, you know what, I'm only doing this if you make it that my virtual likeness wins every fight.
Brian, you're stealing my thunder here.
That's my thing that worries me.
That's my whole point.
Yeah, that's my worry.
You just took it.
I'm sorry.
You just grabbed it from me.
I'm so sorry.
You're being very Floyd right now.
It's a bald thing.
No, but to your point, and I was going to say, I wonder if he would find it acceptable from a historical standpoint that he could be beaten, because you just, based on what you said about, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Sugar Ray Leonard or Sugar Ray Robinson, or how does that translate into different weight classes? Is it going to just become Floyd Mayweather Jr. beats Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather Jr. beats Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather Jr. beats Joe Louis, Floyd Mayweather Jr. beats Marvin Hagler and Hearns? I mean, is it going to become that, or is it going to become where different circumstances and different things are at play? I mean, has any of that been released? I mean, I just saw this news come out yesterday as well. And
none of that's been released, but I think we're both on the same.
Are we making assumptions right now?
No, because I don't think we're making assumptions. I think we're taking the information that's been given, which is literally, it's been said that the point of this is to be able to create these matchups. Even Floyd commented on that, being able to create matchups that you couldn't see. So with him saying that, and with us just really thinking back on just the things that Floyd has shown us, Floyd doesn't get involved with things that he can't control.
Does this open the door then for him to be his own publisher of a new boxing video game where it's Floyd Mayweather's, fight, whatever, right?
It totally could. And I think it makes it even harder for somebody to create a boxing game and wanting to put him in it, which I don't even think matters at this point anymore. Right. But it would make it harder for people to do that. But I don't know. I got one last thing, I guess, to say about this whole thing is Floyd's insistence upon controlling anything that he's involved with is somewhat understandable, but it's also what keeps anything he does from having any soul to it. And it's like,
Really?
it really does. Because
Well, I mean, but you don't think that it's just him as a smart businessman? You know, people think just because
that's
you
why I
can be
say
a
this
great
on this
fighter.
channel. Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, wouldn't he want to protect his image and likeness? And wouldn't he? I mean, look, Floyd is, as many people might think, he's unreasonable. I mean, I think from the purity of the sport and what he's represented for the sport, I mean, we're making a lot of assumptions. We don't know what it's going to become. But, you know, do you really think that it would lack, you know, like you said, soul?
I think it does lack soul. If the whole point of this show, if the integrity of the show is to be able, or the integrity of these presentations, or this whole concept is to say who would win between this fighter and this particular program, app, or whatever it is designed to answer those questions for us. If the answer to every question that is involved with Floyd is Floyd wins simply because I won't be involved with it unless I do, then it compromises the integrity of the whole exercise. So to me, if you have no integrity, you have no soul. So that, and I'm not saying he has no integrity. I'm saying that the presentation from a business standpoint, do I understand why he would want to control things that way? Totally.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm actually interested in seeing what the final product's going to be.
I'm going to be there front and center. But I think it's the same thing as, like, I think Floyd has had an absolutely fascinating life. If you, just from what we know, from childhood, from the things he's had to overcome to what he is now, all the mistakes and the bad things that have happened that he's done and hasn't done, or he's been affected. But I think there's a remarkable story there. But I just question whether or not Floyd would ever let it be seriously, or whether he would ever allow it to be truthfully told without taking control of it and making himself Superman in it. So to me, it's the same type of concept. I can't let you have my boxing likeness unless you let me win every fight. And I won't let you tell my story unless you make me look like this.